Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine, playing the Confederate playthrough, and it's the first bull run. So let's go. Battle of Bull Run. They didn't know it, much like the First World War and the Second, they didn't know there was going to be more of them, so it's now, at the moment, it's just called the Battle of Bull Run. So, defend bridge, we'll try. We will try. Go. Main forces deployed a few miles east of this location, guarding Manassas Railroad Junction. Bull Run River is the natural barrier between Allied and Union Army. On the other side. Ford point there. Ford point there. All this is impassable. It's far too wide for them to walk on. Walk across even. Take the left flank, the army we need to guard all the fords. Are we going to have enough people for all the fords? We do seem to be stretched quite thin. There's small hill near Matthews Farm's a good position to create a defensive line in case the enemy threatens our left. Sorry about that. Dylan, my cat is on my lap. Henry Hill is another strong position. We defend our position and scout the enemy movements. Federals attack. Reinforcements will be dispatched from the south. Alright. So we've got decent defensive position here, it would appear. So they're going to come from absolutely everywhere. That's a terrible spot to defend as well. It would appear. Okay, so who has the better rifle? Fire rate of 40. Fire rate of 39. I'm almost tempted to put the Springfield on this defensive position here. He has the lowest range, which means we can put the Mississippi's behind him and have they'll converge on the cones at approximately the same time, one would assume. So you there. No, we're going to need someone over there, are we? Gibson. Send Gibson over there. Siegfried, I want you just here. Are you going to be able to fire over the cannons? I would like the cannons involved. Alright, you. Onto that defensive position. You. Over here. That should be well within range of canister fire. I don't know if we're going to be able to reach over the cannons. We'll be able to fire over those. I don't think we're going to be able to fire over the cannon. So let's just move ourselves off to a flank. You're in not enough cover for my liking. You're in 70 odd. You're just out in the open. Hopefully they'll come across this bridge and they'll target Doles first. At that point we can move Siegfried just a little bit further forward and get shots on whilst they're in an open position. Still not the best. This cover's fairly crap. Can we bring you in just a little bit further? Even worse. Just what I was going for. Alright, pull back a little bit. Good cover can make a big difference. Artillery spotted the other side of the road. Good. Let's just move you back a little bit. So it looks like the 1st Ohio are going to probably flank around behind us. When you aim in for those guys instead. Maybe they've sent more people up north. We'll push Springfield north. I don't want to get surprised here by 2 units coming across. That's the 1st Ohio. We'll stand off just out of range there. First thing they're going to come across is Gibson. Now Gibson is going to be in decent cover. These guys aren't. If they want to engage fire with Gibson, then fair enough, I'll leave them to it. However, if they make a run for the ford, Springfield will move forward and we'll get a 2-to-1 into them. As for this, it's... don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they're out in the open. We're not. 1500. Are they going to volley into us? Nope. Maybe we have the better rifles. Maybe we have the rifles with the better range. Maybe. We haven't had any return fire yet. That is the 3rd volley for the 1st Ohio. I've had to endure. 100 kills. 114 kills with no reply. That's the kind of stuff I like. One more into Ohio. We'll then turn and face 2nd New York, so that we're not getting flanked. Again, we're in a good position here. There's no need for us to move. There's no need for Springfield, Siegfried even, Springfield, to move himself out into the open to try get shots onto the 1st Ohio, because if they switch fire to Siegfried, he'll take losses. As it is, Gibson, he can do this all day long. A loss of what? 220 to 10. These aren't our guns. Still, how does this battle develop? They did say that something was going to happen over here. All right, let's keep on that point. start switching fire onto the 2nd Ohio. Let's push them away. There should be shell fire from this range. Union Cav has been spotted. Right, this is the time where Siegfried earns his keep. Let's push you forward. Let's get into them whilst they're trying to cross the river, whilst they're slowed down. Let's get a couple of good shots into them. Come on. Alright, you turn around. Can't see very. Done. Good. Bring you back. Kind of cover you in now. Still 68. Alright. Let's take the general over there. Let's give Gibson a bit of a pep talk. Oh, more people. B. Bartow. Use what? We've already been, well, it's a recognised point on the map, so I'll have to hold it. It's in a terrible position though. If we push too far forwards, then they're going to be flying out of cover into us that are in the open. We need to pull back enough to drag them out of the woods. Alright, morale's going up, good. Way up to Gibson. 421 for loss of 68. 461 for loss of 68. And this guy here. Not so good. Not so good. But there is a bit of cover over there, I suppose. We might have some cavalry of our own. Gibson, how are you getting on for supply? Alright. More people to help. Good. Let's have you there. You there. You there. And you just beside them. Regard. We may need your influence up there. Spots brigade and other support units are approaching. Ooh. Where would they be going? We need to try turn these away. We can't have cavalry in behind our lines. We should be able to corner him here. Alright. Come on. There's not enough of them to cause an issue. Another volley. And a volley from Bartow from the back. This should be these guys routed off the battlefield. Excellent. You back to your position. I don't think you're going to be needed there. Siegfried, you come here. I think they've had enough of losses here. Gibson's got to work there. So I reckon they'll try and force their way across this bridge at some point. Bartel, let's push you back to where you were. Sorry about making you run everywhere, but it's needed. Oh wow, we're gonna have to wrap this up. Hampton's Legion. Let's get you up there as well. Let's get you running. Also, yep, supplies up there as well. So it looks like one of the cannon units says died, maybe? I don't know. Right. Oh, this isn't good. Let's try and get fire on the ones that are running into melee. Unit supporter, you in there, and let's get you around this side if we can. We should really be focusing one of them down. Ooh, Gibson, we may need you back here. Franklin Wilcox's brigades press our flank. Yeah, I can see that. Alright, so who's running here? Keys. Need you to be firing into Keys. I need you to be firing into Keys, and I need you to be firing into Keys as well. Let's stand them away. Might be able to get shots into Burnham as well. Come on. How are we getting on over here? This should be a flank. This will be canister. I don't think Keys is going to be able to withstand this for too much longer. Yeah, Keys is off. Whew, the bigger force and the effect that canister fire has. Let's consolidate our flank. Let's also press these skirmishers. If we can take McDowell down, it means a massive morale hit for everybody that he's in command of. Okay. Switch fire to the first. And do exactly what you did to Keys. He's going to struggle to get over the river. He's going to be flanked continuously. And then when he gets here, Cable is going to give him canisters, nuts and bolts and washers in the face. Now we're in a bit of cover here. Portal will be out in the open, and you have just opened up McDowell for... Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We need to continue. We need to try and take this out. High value target. That's why you don't salute whilst you're out in an enemy territory. Well, just out in the field in general, actually. The officers don't like it if you draw attention to the fact that, yeah, they're kind of good targets. Yeah, they don't like that. Just like the 1st Ohio doesn't like canister, it would appear. Another volley from Gibson. Good stuff. Now we'll have to keep an eye on this, see how it develops. We don't want them in behind us again. I might push us just into that point there, just to open up. Come on. Please don't turn all the way around. No, too much. Looks like we've taken out their general, which is excellent work by Siegfried. Right, we've taken that first initial hit. So once you've weathered the first hit, then's the time to retreat back. We retreat back, we allow B shots onto Howard. We form up just there. And we allow Bartow just to roll into this position. Excellent. Doesn't look like they are trying anything. Oh, second mate. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Can also send Gibson back. Almost 1,000 kills already. Doles, not so many. When you're in a defensive position, you don't really get that many kills. And really, when you're in a defensive position, let's have a quick look. No, not you. Whilst we're in some relatively safe earthwork fortification, cover bonus 45%, projectile resistance 15, melee resistance 15, melee bonus of 20. So it's not. There's a bit of cover, but it's not really enough to... Yeah, I don't know. Later on you get better. You get better cover. You get better fortifications built, as they invariably did. Later in the game you can almost see it descending into World War I type trench warfare. That's a shame. I'd have hoped that we'd have been able to get them off the field. Wade Hampton even, he's wounded. Right, shots into the flank of them. They don't know whether to go over here. They're still wary. It's like, well, if that Gibson person is still there, we're gonna get fucked. Like, yeah, kind of. Gibson's here just laughing his cock off. Anyway, let's try to get these skirmishers off the field. Two artillery brigades are spotted. Come on, done, good. We know there's somebody in here, so I'm not going to push too far forwards. A little bit further forwards. trying to see what's going on down here. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to just focus on this bridge. That's fine with me. Looks like they're trying to guard their cannon. Alright, so we've got 2 on 1 onto you. Let's try and make that briefly a 3 on 1. Whilst Howard is... No. It didn't take too long for... No, stop. It didn't take too long for Howard to get shit together, so I'm not going to risk pushing this flank out. We'll pull it back a little bit. Looks like Sherman is the next one to try and cross the bridge. Look forward to it. Sometimes you have to stop them from firing because they'll fire. If you're desperate for them to move from one position to another, they'll wait till they've reloaded and then they'll get that volley off and then they'll fire. And it can take far too long. Alright. Ever so slightly curve this flank just so that Howard can't get shots into the flank of B, and they also can't get shots into the flank of Hampton's Legion. Random skirmishers. How did we not see them there? I don't know. Alright, we'll continue getting shots into keys. I think in terms of where the cannons are, this should be flanking shots into keys, so we'll do more morale damage there. Siegfried seems to be a little bit wasted here, but we know there's people in this woods. I'd rather not bring Siegfried round to this side of the line and then leave this open for someone to get around the back of us. We've already had Cav get around the back, we've had Skirmish to get around the back. Well, I think now is about the time. 50, 30 odd. Let's just pull back a little bit. And they're still not deciding to press this. I mean, the bull run does last for a few days, I think, so I mean the more that we can kill now the better, but they're just going to sit there. I'm not going to aggressively chase them. 61% cover. Alright. Let's try focus down hunt. We've already destroyed 2 loads of cannons with artillery fire. We'll see if we can make it a 3rd. Also, we're not moving off this point, so we'll bring the speed up. Alright, switch fire back to the Wilcox. You should be in shell range there. You can see with a different animation what happens. Withdraw 10 rail. Wait, what? I thought we were holding that, alright. Seems the enemy outnumbers us. We must retreat and reorganize our forces. And we were doing okay there. Hill is a good place to form our defensive line. And we get more people. Ooh, Jackson's there. Stonewall Jackson. Stop the enemy offensive. Do not lose the hill or our flank will collapse. We'll be forced to withdraw to Richmond. But we were doing okay. I still kind of want to hold this. John Thomas Jackson, ready to defend the hill. Alright, we'll push you onto the hill then, fair enough. So the rest of us, this is no longer a point of defense. So Siegfried, let's get you around here. We'll slowly retreat our way back across this river. As for this, I don't know. Nope, focus on them. We can pretty much hold this indefinitely, I think, unless they decide to cross here, which is probably what I would do. Getting behind them. They don't like it behind them. Right, if we can turn them away, if we can turn 2 or 3 of them away, then we'll get out of this position. But as it is, oh, wow, okay. That's not good. Come on, let's get them sent away. Alright, so they didn't cross the river there. Bizarre. What is this? Again, needs to stop. B, let's get you on the defensive position with those 2. We'll leave you with some supplies, but the rest of us, let's go. Gibson's still doing well. I think they're trying to focus down Doles, so Gibson's getting 3 shots. Oh wait. Alright. Let's Actually, let's get 3 of you. 3 of you along this edge. A decent amount of cover firing into the river crossing. Let's have you two in these woods. Let's have the cannons just behind with a bit of support. And let's make it difficult for them. Siegfried, I'd really like you to get over that river quicker than you're doing now, before you get hit in the back by Howard. Oh, this is going to be painful. Gibson's still doing really good work there. Stuart, what do we do with you? Let's get you around this edge if we can. Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. If you can make it into these woods, you can turn around. Bollocks. Then you can turn around and make it difficult for them when they decide to cross. Okay, excellent. Back into them woods. Flanking shots into Howard. Bartow, support to Wilcox. You're not going to have the range. And B's doing sterling effort up here. Where we split the battlefield into various different choke points, various different places where it's not the objective, but we've held up the enemy in enough areas, in enough quantities. No, just fire into that lot, can you? Alright, just go there and see what you can do. Get you a little bit further forward as well. Oh, you do have the range for this now. You're already firing into it, I believe. Yep. Yeah, the Fox in Doles and Gibson's just getting shots into the side as and when. So let's just pull you further forward a little bit. Excellent. Now pull back. You firing into that? Nope, get forward. Let's pull you back. How are we getting on up here? Cannons into Porter. He seems to be the closest to us. Let's get supplies into the centre so that they don't accidentally get, I don't know, kidnapped. Supply napped. You rush forward. Shots into the flank of Keys. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. We're making them pay for every single inch that they take on that flank. Not that they're taking many, but right. Bartow into there. Hampton's Legion. No. We'll use 27th Virginia. Didn't realise they were going to get themselves sorted out quite so quickly. Right, you hold there. So 10 keys away. These guys aren't doing much. When you on that defensive point, I have been taken by surprise by random cavalry coming all the way around the back and hitting a point that we were meant to be defending. So let's not allow that to happen, shall we? This guy's in 91% cover. It's going to be a similar situation here that Gibson had over here. Let's withdraw you just out of range, so they have to be pulled forward. And let's set you up in this cover. Also, let's mess up the artillery just a little bit. You. Let's pull you back just a little bit. Let's tempt them over this bridge again. Wilcox and Howard are alternating between wanting to get involved and yet knowing well, they're going to have to cross a river. They're going to have to get past this guy who's in good cover, this guy who's even in even better cover, and your numbers mean for nothing if you're trying to cross that. Right, let's go try and snaffle some supply, shall we? We just have to hold. Right, take a random shot into their artillery and then we'll move on. Looks like Paul's coming down here. We might need to push these across this river. And you. If we can hold them, these guys up here, stop them from reinforcing this breakthrough point. Yeah, I know. What have you seen? Oh, there's a moth in the room. Oh no. Then we'll be right. Alright, Dylan. You go chase the moth, or you stay here? No, it's too much like hard work, isn't it? We'll get through those supplies. Come on, please get there. Not first, I reckon he's about here. Oh, no. Good. Supply surrendered. Excellent. You continue and get shots on these guys who are turning themselves around. We should be able to now keep these out in the open. I know we have less men than them, but we're in cover, they're out in the open. We can make them pay for that. Get some more shots on. Oh, maybe not. Alright, let's get yourself away. Also, we can keep these busy. Alright, full volley. We lost. Not many. Now we stop Porter from relieving this. If we had to turn Gibson away, he just wouldn't have the cover. Maybe in these buildings, but still. He just wouldn't have the cover for being up for operating over there. Wilcox has had a brain fart, he doesn't know what he's doing. As long as we hide these supplies away and they don't get discovered, then we can move our cav into other positions. I might be able to get in these buildings as well. He's going to adapt to this situation. He's going to try and turn to the flanking threat. Alright, I don't want you firing until you get into position. Alright, good. Now fire. 91% cover. 90%, 99% cover, and they will just be out in the middle of nowhere. Plus they're getting shot in the back. Cannons. Focus Franklin. This might be the point where these guys end up broken. Alright. Can you get back on that point? Quick. Come on, come on, come on, quick. Quick, 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 quick. If we can continue to hold them. Look, it looks like we have. Good. These guys are now within range of canister. It will take long to turn Franklin away. Port's been dealt with. Cav's been dealt with. And they can continue to try and get up this bridge if they want to. Oh, Howard. Must have had enough up here. We'll spin you around just a little bit. Get you around here. Alright, didn't quite manage to keep the defensive position. Let's pull you and you back. Once B has stopped retreating, we'll bring B into these woods as well. Looks like Port's had enough. Don't blame him. Keys has had enough. Again. Don't blame him. No, let's get you running. We've left our cannons to get, well, destroyed there really, but go on, they're well within range here. And finally they've decided to come all the way around. There's only 5 minutes left in which to hold Henry Hill, which we have done adequately. Someone is wounded. That's unfortunate. Can't be. Don't take too many losses. You've got seconds left. Counter attack. Trouble Union is severely weakened now. We can counter attack with our fresh reinforcements that will arrive shortly. Alright. Concentrate the attack on their right flank. I'll drive them back to Washington. Okay. Alright, we can do this. Johnson, let's get you ahead. Unit of 3,164. At no point in the game are we ever going to get a unit of 3,164. You capped out at 2,500. How this is a thing? I will never know. Okay. Let's push someone into that position there. Are you supporting that? You're Yep. And you around the back. So, everyone's good. Jackson held like a stone wall. General Johnson is here to rescue. Counterattack. He did hold. I wonder if he end up with the Stonewall Brigade. Right. Well, I thought after that point we were just going to it was going to be the end of the battle, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Which means we have to deal with this mess. Bring the supplies out. Turn you around. We'll turn you around. When B's sorted his life out, we'll bring him around as well. And we'll do, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here actually. Let's get you into those woods. There we go. Okay, so B. What we're going to do with you? Ooh. Come on, cannons. Alright, so these guys have decided to rout, which is good. Still, we've got Holmes and Bonham that are hopefully going to get into here, wrap it up, force these guys away. Right, so we've contained them a little bit. How are you blocked? Don't be blocked. Dole's still held. Dole's still held. Did an amazing job there. And you're empty. It's like it's Key's turn. Over this river. Alright, Holmes, I'm going to need you to take up the position that Gibson had, whilst Gibson turns away the 2nd New York, I think that's what they're called. If we can defeat the 2nd here, we can turn in on Paul. Also, let's squeeze those supplies out if we can. Nope. You get in that position there, and hopefully we'll be able to squeeze Porter into this little gap. Come on, keep moving. Excellent. You move. You charge out those woods and get shots onto those cannons. Let's pull you off that position. And let's start wrapping up this flank. It was a bad day, Porter. Alright, so we got rid of those cannons. We'll wait for that volley. We'll then retreat. They'll follow us. And then we end up in the woods. Oh, if they didn't do the whole spinny thing. Then we end up in the woods in cover. They end up out in the open, and it's another Gibson, half the Union Army kind of thing going on. Come on, sort your life out. How have you ended up through those defences? You're trying to head around the back. Let's push. Let's push Cock through the middle. Their words are not mine. Let's try hold up Porter. 33rd Virginian isn't ours. Yeah, you needed to be held up a lot better than that. Try to push you through that defensive position. Let's get between them and the point. Where did... There was someone right here. I could have sworn there was someone right there. Go on, keep moving. Let's not let Porter have time to settle himself. Also, Gibson, let's bring you back. What are you doing licking yourself in front of my keyboard? Let's have a look at what's left. Oh no, they took my supplies. Alright, Dylan, that's really off-putting now. Oh, hey there. Right, means you two can get across the bridge, means you can be pushed into that gap there. Let's go get our stuff back. I'm sure he just kicks the microphone out of spite. Fairly certain. Alright, let's get you in this cover here. Want you charging into them. The faith into this cover here. Let's push you forward. Get your shots on Franklin and then Porter respectively. No. Just charge. There we go. Right, we're taking our supplies back. You spun around. It looks like these guys are just continuing to rout. If we can keep that pressure on, that'd be a big help. Also, let's not just fire into it. Get you to the front. Let's get you around that side. This all looks relatively safe. Again, kill death ratio. Now that we're in decent cover, that's going to turn in our favour very quickly. Can we get you around that side as well? Yeah, Yeah, we can turn this flank if we've got someone else around there. Bring back our supplies. And finished with them, thank you very much. This is a bit of a surprise. But your flank's fairly safe if you don't do stupid things. You fire into that, let's get you across that river. You across that river as well. You're getting pushed around the side. We've got a 2-on-1 on Wilcox here. Cannons have been destroyed. Let's get on that position just to open up what's around us. Gibson, how are you getting on? Yeah, Gibson's done well. Actually no, let's get you on the defensive point. There may be random cavalry out there somewhere. And I've been burnt by that before. You firing into that, you firing into that, you firing into that, and you firing into the ones that have their flank to you. You two should be firing into Wilcox, as should you. Stuart will get you charging into Wilcox. Maybe. Depends if he's still routing. I don't know. No, just take a shot. Get yourself away. Wrap Wilcox up there. We'll move into positions. We can take advantage of Franklin's continuous retreat. You into the flank there, you into this flank, you should have access to it. You press yourselves up. You firing into that. Don't know where Thingamajig's gone, but he will be on his way back. Although he might end up coming down here. So let's hold that position. Fire into the ones that are vulnerable, fire into the ones that are running away. They have their backs to you. You'll do the most damage to them. You're on 24% cover. Once Wilcox is volleyed, we'll retreat you all back. Come on. Let's continue this press. Not seen Wilcox volley yet. Maybe he's out of ammunition. Melee should slow them down enough for Siegfried to, yeah, annihilate them. Where's Porton? Alright. Let's get you back this way. You into the side of Keys. Let's get you firing into Keys as well. get you running. And Stuart, I'll try to get you behind. Let's move the supplies out of the way. Looks like they're going to get in the way of any sort of retreat. And we'll push further. I get on here. Yeah, keys is gone. Another volley, Gibson? No. Alright. Well, we can pull back and they can try again. Portal, get you onto that point there. Nope, don't charge in some just yet. Now do. Now do? Now do? I don't think that was a word. Or a phrase. I get on. So keys just come back. Let's start turning away, Sherman. And you lot. Now we're starting to push these guys into woodlands, which is it's not my favourite place to be. First, let's bring you back down this way. These aren't ours. Don't get what happens to them. Sounds a bit harsh, I know, but still. Alright, Gibson. One last heroic thing from you. I'll start putting these artillery under some sort of pressure. Wow, there's a lot of them. There we go. Review that, you there. We might be able to force him out into the open. Turn you around to Sherman so that you can take that volley head on so you don't get routed. That was poor. Right, spin around to the first before they're about to fire. Soon. Let's try focus one down, so we only get hit by one. Oh, that was poor. How are we getting them down here? Push further in. What do you lot? Kind of there. I don't want you running if you're not. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, so he's not within canister fire. I'm surprised that the first didn't rout. Why you want both concentrating on the first, I have no idea. But still. Gives you the opportunity to do it now. These guys are busy trying to run away. Need to focus on keys. Do we continue? I think we do, because most of the people that we're playing with right now, they're not even ours. So let's continue to take advantage of this. Don't like the fact that we're just out in the open here. Let's get across there to support them. Let's route you away. Let's try and incur. Let's try and impart as many losses as we can on these guys. Right, so we turned him all the way. He turned it to try and counter Bonham, which meant he got flanked by the 33rd, and then he got flanked by Gibson, and now he's broken. Now Bonham can turn himself around entirely and get shot into the back of Sherman. And then take the cover that Sherman had. Another volley into them, just to keep them running. Doesn't look like it. Nope, stop. Gibson, another 33rd. Doles, now you turn around. We just halt. Halt. Hold there. If you go any further forward, you're going to stop the 33rd from firing. You need to switch on a little bit. Also, how are we getting on down here? You're out of range. Let's move in there. You're out of range. Let's move in there. Let's press this even further. We should get a volley from Bonham in before we have to turn and face Sherman. Maybe not. Gibson, let's move you up. Nope. Maybe not. Well, turn and face. Gibson should be able to give you some sort of cover and fire. Actually, you go the other way. This should be fairly easy. This is fairly easy. Just everyone fire into that. Everyone fire into that. Job done. Now if we were to finish right now, then these are just be in their man purple for the next time around. We might as well, as we have them on the run, continue. That might be a flank. Well, if you want to melee, you're going to have to go across a river to try get us. Not going to be good for you. Yep. Let's try to turn them. How are we over here? I don't know why they can't cross this river, but they're having mega problems with it. And I think they're all dead. Let's just push you into that corner, just make sure. Right, now turn. Fire. I will increase the speed just a little bit. So yeah, the result is pretty much academic now. Oh, there were people. You continue, you continue, you continue. If you click them all and just attack this person, they'll all converge on each other and they'll not have space to fire. You turn and fire. You now fire. You now fire. And this should be a flank. Actually no, we'll keep the 30 moving. Way up there. I think B is one of ours. Let's push you up. Secret Breeze is one of ours as well. Conquest on most, it certainly isn't. Done. This one. You fire into Howard. I think that will be it done. Frag B, you fire into him as well. Let's pull you away. Yeah, continue. Don't really want to be taking prisoners. Just want them dead. Done. Okay, so roughly the same strength. Yeah, but we were the ones defending. So when you're defending, you're bound to cause more casualties to the opposition. Oh, good stuff. Held all goals. Gibson did really well. We'd already identified that Gibson was doing really well. B did really good as well. As did Siegfried. And Smith. A couple of wounded. No one's dead. A lot of promotions. Like it. Captured a few supplies. Not bad. Not bad. We could have done better. Well, you could always argue that you can do better, but we got Thomas Jackson as a dude. Harbour Organisation. One more corps. Re-exchange 1,125 prisoners for just 1,000 additional recruits. We get 2 career points to spend. So let's go for Army Organisation 1. Medicine.
Yes, sir.
Big fan of medicine. We'll sell what we don't use, i.e. everything that involves a horse. We don't use the 6-pounders. What happened here? Oh yeah, our artillery got utterly wiped out. Didn't it? We left it in that build-up area. It was worth it though. It was worth it for the hold-up action that they did. Let's get another artillery brigade. We have Napoleons, therefore we shall equip them. We'll have the 4 that we already have. Okay, yeah, 13. However, we'll put Kemper in charge of them. Von Jackson in charge of the division. Gibson, you've done enough to warrant a division command.
Yes, sir.
Again, it's a trickle down of command that adds. It all stacks up. Preston. Fill you up with rookies. Use what? And dolls. Yeah, yeah, that'll be fine. We'll grab another infantry brigade here. In fact, Mississippi. Get some more Mississippis if we can. Although the Lorenz has now become available, which is a range of 340. We'll equip you with Lorenz. means we can have an infantry brigade. Oh, they must have a Springfield. Mississippi, Mississippi, Lorenz. Yeah, Dulles must have had the Springfield. Yeah, fair enough. I've got enough Springfields in the shop, we'll use them. Another infantry brigade. Springfields. And we'll go for endurance. $7,728 men. Do we use more? Do we get more? Do we get a third division going? Or do we save them for a rainy day? The rainy day being when we pop creep points up to the brigade size of 2,000 being the maximum. So we'll need 1, 2, 3. We'll need 3,500 just to pop these up to the full accompaniment. I think it also gives you a 5th brigade. Nope, 4 brigades. Okay. Well, that will be it for the time being, I think. Let's have a look at what we have in the barracks. I have brigadier generals in the barracks. Jacob Church, well done. Majestic enough beard to warrant being hired. Alright, so we'll hire some decent generals whilst we're at it. Davis, let's swap you out for brigadier. Do we? Yeah. Swap you out for a brigadier general. Command of 31 at the moment jumps to 60. Yeah, it is worth it. Kemper. We'll keep 1 star on Kemper. We'll use our cannon brigades as proving grounds for our lower ranked officers. But yeah, after every major battle, the amount, like major being the laureled battle, ooh, you get another load of people in your academy. And if you have the money for it, then you want to be trying to buy up good generals. A good general is worth his weight in dollars, it would appear. We'll keep the Springfield M 1855. I'm sure we'll end up using them. It's 173 that we don't have to buy ourselves. Can we swap these out for Mississippi's? We can. Swap you out. We can. Not going to need these many. Let's sell off 6,000 of them. Alright, so we just altered our effective range from 250 to the very least 300, with those able to push that to 340. If you can engage the enemy at a longer range, it means you can get an extra volley on whilst they're trying to maneuver themselves into position. And we'll grab some more supply. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be enough of me fiddling around. Next fight will be... Stay alert was on the 25th of February. 62. Ambush convoy was the 29th of September. 61. So we'll go for ambush convoy instead. Defeat the enemy at the Battle of First Bull Run, so the enemy size comes down by 7.5%. Yeah, until then, until next time, do take care.